me lovelies, me creative beings and creatures. Let's see if we can get this. See if we can get this lit. Oh, come on, nah. Gotta be able to get lit every now and again, right? This could be a specific message. Okay, guys. So I can't see you. Now I know I use this device to do this because I can't see you. So let me make sure that you can see me and that I'm within the frame of some extent and that you can hear me. Okay. That I'm within the frame. Yes. You can see me. You can hear me. Is that better or worse? Worse? Too high? Let's try to get you. Let's try to get you in a nice position. Here we go. Hopefully we're whatever. That's as good as we're going to get because I can't actually physically see it. So, dear universe, source, creator, divine spirit guides, angels, ancestors, ancient deities, animals, elementals, mantis, archangels, ascended masters, galactic federation of love, light, and all of the other high vibrational frequency beings of love and light that are here to help us to ascend and transcend into this new era, into this higher grid of consciousness for the collective. We thank thee for your guidance, for your presence, for your clear and concise and precise messages, for your protection, and for your humor. They got good humor. So mote it be. Thank you. We ask that any monitoring spirits, handling spirits, groomers, beings, energies, or entities on any space, time, place, realm, or dimension be removed. That any ill will, energy, or words that they say towards me or my collective be returned to us, be transmuted 10 to 100-fold in health, wealth, abundance, and love. So mote it be. And that any of these darker agendas, spirits, energies, or entities that have any hateful things towards humanity, towards the love that we're currently spreading, and the consciousness just kind of waking up, the collective awakening, may that be returned to them 1,000-fold. So mote it be. Return to sender. We have no need. So mote it be. So guys, so I've been coming on much earlier because obvious reasons. Number one, happy summer. So because it's summer, I've been obviously going out in the morning and catching the sunshine and enjoying the light, right? Enjoying the connectivity to nature. If you guys didn't check out, I noticed you guys don't like watching the movies. You guys don't like tuning into my morning lectures, but you should check it out because actually my brain is always super clear and full of downloads in the morning. So yeah, everything is very fluid, I feel like. And yeah, also like I'm providing a very nice nature view I share with you guys. So go ahead and check those out. I'm checking out different times, right? How to, because I want to bring you guys, I want to bring the conversation, the lecture, like back to nature, back with nature, right? Mother Nature, the feminine energy, how we get back to this cyclical nature of things, how we get with nature, with, like we're about to have this full moon, right? Mercury's in retrograde. There's going to be some pretty intense assessment that's coming around the bend. And a lot of people that didn't actually do their work or haven't been doing their work may find this to be a pretty intense, a pretty powerfully intense um, retrograde. And do we blame everything on Mercury? No. Why do we feel Mercury retrograde more than anything else? Because it's closest to us, right? Because we're more electrical in nature, we're more magnetic in nature, and Mercury is our communications, it's our technology, it's you know so this is what's going on right now, because we realize that as a species, we can use the technology to work in our favor, to find each other, to create these larger communities of people, and find each other that are having similar um, experiencing similar stories, or just craving similar things. So I think it's really important that we take this time to kind of reassess how we're communicating, what our intention is of communication. And I don't just mean like how we're doing it on social media. I also mean how we're choosing to communicate to ourselves, right? A lot of our words or our dialect has something to do, right, with how we speak. Words are spells, that's why it's called spelling. So if you're just like, well, I can't do that, or I can do that, whether you think you can or you can't, either way, you're right. Whether you're like, oh, I could never, then you're already putting the spell, you're already perpetuating the negativity. It's like, oh, I wish I could have that someday. This type of energy, how we're speaking, how we're communicating about our goals, our dreams, our future, this new era. We don't have to communicate or speak of it in such a sense that it's so far from us. It's right now. Okay? Quantum physics states that the past, the present, and the future are all happening in this now here moment. Everything's happening right meow. The time is meow. So if that's the truth, correct, then we can actually change things now. We don't actually have to wait for an extended amount of time for everything to unfold. Yes, certain things will be an ongoing process, right? Like before the world is fully, in this space of togetherness and peace and all of this other stuff. Before we actually get there, it will take some time, but time is not linear. This is third density. And as we're coming to fourth and fifth densities, right? As we're fluctuating, if you're here, chances are most of you guys are more awake, right? If you're here with me. So as we're in these higher densities, it is possible because time isn't linear, right? We're not like, well, it's going to take us 30 years to rebuild this whole system. No, actually, that again, it's a construct, right? Perception and projection are 9/10 of universal law. And so this is a construct that we're creating, saying, oh, it has to take this long because based on previous studies, like, no, based on previous studies, we've never been at this point where we're at with the level of human collective consciousness where it's at in fucking a long time, right? And we're reawakening, we're re-encoding light codes, we're changing these carbon-based life forms to crystalline-based life forms. And as we're doing that, as we're tapping into more of these higher capacities, as we're realizing, as we're waking up, as all of the stuff that was once conspiracy theory is now actually truth, and we're realizing, wait a second, we've been lied to. Wait a minute, what's going on? The less things like aliens or quantum physics, or that all time is existing in this now here moment, seem a lot less far-fetched and a lot more palatable, right? A lot more easy to digest. So I offer you guys this is just, someone's like, that's like some movie shit. Like, bro, if you don't think what's going on in the world right now is some next level like movie special effects. Like I don't really know, like all of the stuff that's been brought into to to light, and the fact that we're still just collectively in agreement with it, because we're not stopping it, we're not doing anything, we're not really, you know what I'm saying? And that's a bad spell. I shouldn't be saying it, but it's just, it's more of a fact that I'm in observation of, right? So it's time to go, right? It's time for us to put in this work before and after you chop wood. We don't need to know why. We don't need to always know all of the reasons why. We don't always need all of the answers to be given to us ahead of time. This is a patriarchal system to understand this is the only way that the system can work. We don't need this why. We don't need to know why. All we need to know is like it's time to go. That shit isn't working for us. That we need to create a new system, okay? Before and after we chop wood, right? Whatever that means. I'm not exactly sure. Maybe I should Google it, right? Share if somebody knows. Um, but what I'm picking up here, right, is the time to go is 9, right? We've hit a completion. It's time. We're creating a new path. And this new path, it doesn't have to be as dictated as we have thought, or yeah, as we've thought or been maybe like confined to think is the only way of moving forward or the only way of doing things. As we're in this new era, right, of Aquarius, right, technological advancements and things like this Uranian energy, things that you would never expect to work before, things that you would have never thought, it's like for instance, now we're taking old vegetables and all this stuff, and they're starting to make plastics and resins, and they're starting to make better soil, and all of these things. We're figuring out how to make things more zero waste. We're figuring out how to complete these old cycles and how to tap into these new things, because we're not staying in a crisis state. We understand, we already know that old world is never coming back, and we don't want to go back to it. Actually, we realize that it it's a faulty system. Okay, so we just realize that we have to collectively, we get what we give. So what we decide to put in, what our actions be, the change you wish to see in the world. This is what it is. What actions do you wish to see? How can you help in your own way? What do you have to provide as part of this collective solution, right? So chop wood. 6 is about the energy of giving and receiving. It's about how we figure out how to exchange our time and our energy, right? How we can work together and with each other. We don't have to know all of the reasons why. We don't have to have everything figured out ahead of time. It's not necessary, okay? Yes, it makes people feel more comfortable, of course, but life begins outside of our comfort zones, right? Life begins outside of our comfort zones. So, yeah, we have to stay in this space. Okay, it's a choice. It's a choice. Everybody has free will to choose what they want to do. Okay, we can stay in this space. Hello, everybody. We can stay in this space of blessedness, right? This 22. This is how we're coming together, right? Partnership, duality. We understand that, okay, we're blessed. This is all just part of it. This is all just part of the sequence. I don't know why my nose is itching. I feel like the ding ding ding. What's that show? Bewitched, when she's like, she got a tickle on her nose. So yeah, staying in this energy of being blessed, of understanding that we're coming together, right? We're getting in these partnerships, whether that's in work, whether that's in love, whether that's in community. We have to stay in this space of we are blessed, right? And I don't mean spiritual bypassing. I've been wanting to make a video about this, but I want to make its own whole video about spiritual bypassing, and not just being like, well, I'm blessed and la 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 la, wow, wow. No, it's saying, I see all of the dark stuff in the world. I acknowledge it. I'm doing my part to create another solution. I'm doing my part to bring awareness, but not bathe in the tragedy, right? But to understand, to keep it in the awareness, and it's going to stay in the awareness until it gets resolved, right? So we can say, we can call on our angels, on our guides, on our ancestors and say, we are blessed. Please bless us. Please protect us. Thank you for your blessings, for your protection. Thank you for helping us, right? It's like call on them. They're like here. You know, I've been channeling this whole you know, it's so funny, this girl that I watch, she did this message earlier about the Men in Black, and I was like, this is so funny because it's been coming across so much for like I don't know, like 3 to 6 months. And I just thought, okay, this is funny, but many different things have come up, right? Like the mind erasure and different things like this, right? Because as I was channeling pretty far back, I was like, who erased this? Why was it erased? And as I got farther back to it, I realized I asked for it to be erased because this person, this being, this entity, whatever, had done something so profoundly painful that I didn't want to have like my soul tie connection to them anymore. I wanted to maybe see them as a soul or an energy and whatever, have a lesson that whatever, I guess we're supposed to learn this lifetime, right? But I didn't want to connect with them on this deeper level because I didn't want that. I didn't want to, right? And what I found out in this lifetime is, oh, you did the same thing again. You did the same thing. This is what you got put away for last time. Like, this is what you went to spiritual for last time. This is why you spent fucking all this time at the central sun, right? It was a sentence because you spiritual warfare essentially. So anyways, um, you know, sometimes we get to the space where we say, okay, please, we don't need to know all the reasons why, right? Because sometimes when you go too far down that rabbit hole, you're gonna, if you ask, like, don't ask questions that you're not ready to accept what the answer is, basically, because they're here to give you, they're here to download you. And sometimes it is important. Sometimes that does change our life, right? Sometimes that does change our life. For me, to be fair, right? To be fair, it helped me to clean up this yang energy. It helped me to really understand that, right? This is the energy of 21-3, to manifest, to clean this up, to say, you know what, no, this isn't what it actually, this isn't in alignment. I know what yang energy should be, right? This one should be sturdy. It should be powerful. It should be safe and secure, right? It should support the wishes and the dreams. It should be open to receive the fire, the fury, the rage, the love, the passion, everything. See the space in there? I don't know if you guys can see it or not because I can't see if there's anything on there. So we're all collectively moving out of these old spaces and into these new spaces. And who's to say? You know, people are like, we're not going to see the change in our lifetime. We may or we may not, okay? But I would prefer if people stop saying that, okay? Now, of course, if you're going to plant a fruit tree, you're going to plant a fruit tree, and you may get to enjoy some of that fruit, but you may not. It may take it 10 or 20 years to grow, to produce anything. And you're not planting trees now because you want to harvest their fruit, of course, because you do, but you're doing this also for what's to come, right? uh, let's get out of this self-satisfaction, of this this egotistical fulfilling self-satiation of, oh well, it's not affecting me, oh well, it's just one plastic bottle or whatever. You know, it's like I got this plastic bottle of water and I felt so fucking guilty, and I'm just like, oh well, I barely ever do it. And I'm like, yeah, said a billion other fucking people, right? And that's why the problem exists, is because it's all these one persons that did that. Which, excuse me, but it tastes like shit to drink out of the plastic. But I got to make a bigger mission, and I got to get my bike fixed in order to do that, to get this water. So anyways, we're at this point, we're at this pinnacle point, this fork in the road, Okay. And we're choosing. We're actively choosing. 13. We're choosing. Do we know what we're doing and we're still making these choices? Because here's the thing. Grace is meant to be given where people can understand accountability, where people can take responsibility for their energies that they have, that they've caused, that they've lacked, that they've provided, that they've taken away, or, given, whatever. And we have to understand that we are collectively creating something, right? We're co-creating. We're each the magician, right? Perception and projection is 9/10 of universal law. So how are we choosing to project our current state? How are we choosing to project our future? How are we choosing to care for humanity, for each other, for one another, right? Actually, just to give a little shout out, I saw this thing earlier that I posted, and this kid from uh, Hawaii, I think he's from Hilo, Hawaii. My bad, I don't know your name, brother, but he, I want to say his name is Andre the Alchemist or something like this. So he made a post today that was talking about they're doing this global thing where they're having everybody, and it will be at 2:26 PST, Pacific Standard Time. He said 11:26 a.m. in Hawaii, 2:26 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So that's like California, that's West Coast. For here in Bali, it will be 4:26 a.m. And the reason why I'm telling you these times, so you can know, is because they're doing this global thing where they're collectively getting everybody to play this Michael Jackson song, Heal the World. And so Heal the World, it's not just about the I'll try to pull it up here, but I don't think I can play it, otherwise they'll put copyright bullshit and all this other stuff on me. But Heal the World by Michael Jackson. And not only is it just about the lyrics, it's about everybody doing it at the same time. It's about collective conscious. It's about people collectively coming together, right? And saying, okay, we're all going to do this. Like, we can do global meditation. We can do global, we're singing the same song. We're sharing the same song. So he's asking that everybody plays this song, right, at this time. So again, Pacific Standard Time, 2:26. And this will be on Thursday, June, I believe it's the 25th, I think. Hold on. Yeah, June 25th, Thursday, June 25th. So for me, I'm in Bali. Okay, so depending on where you are in the world, it's going to be Friday for Bali time, 4:26 a.m. And I already did set um, an alarm. Oh, he died. Okay, he died the same day. He died. He was murdered, probably, more likely. So yeah, so we're going to say, so that's probably why they're doing it. But there's something about not just collectively doing it, collectively with this positive message, but it's also a frequency that he was putting, right? And the whole world to sing it. It's the same thing John Lennon was killed for, right? Imagine all the people living for today, living life in peace. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us and the world will live as one. So it's about this, right? It's about just the message. It's about people coming together collectively and with this energy, this intention, right? It can be so powerful with the intention of love and healing and light and connectivity. globally through the community for us all. Like, what do we really want? We want to heal the world. We want to heal the world. We want to heal the structures. We want to heal the children. We want to heal the hurt and the pain. We want to eradicate the war. We want to eradicate hunger and homelessness. We want people to be able to have education. Okay? People should have a home. They should have food and clean water to drink. They should have shelter. They should have accessibility to school, to education, to health care. These are just standard things. There is more than enough. There's so much more than enough. It's just when we live on extraction of greed, they programmed us to feel that there's not enough. So, he actually made a whole film about this. Okay, I'm just looking for the lyrics. Let's see the lyrics, right? Okay. So I'm just gonna read you the lyrics because I don't want to get in trouble if I play it. Think about it. The generations. We say we want to make a better place for our children and the children's children, so that they know a better world for them. They can think they can make a better place. Yeah, you guys. There's a place in your heart, and I know that it is love. And this place could much brighter than tomorrow. If you really try, you'll find there's no need to cry. In this place, you'll feel there's no hurt or sorrow. There are ways to get there if you care enough for the living. Yeah. There are ways to get there if you care enough for the living. Make it a better place for you and for me. Yeah. Heal the world. Make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. I don't want to fuck it up, right? There are people dying. If you care enough for the living, make it a better place for you and for me. So, if you want to know why, there's a love that cannot lie. Love is strong. It only cares for joyful giving. If we try, we shall see. In this bliss, we cannot feel fear or dread. We stop existing and we start living. Then it feels that always love's enough for us growing. Make it a better world. Make it a better world. Heal the world. Make it a better place for me and for you and the entire human race. There are people dying. Do you care enough for the living? Make it a better place for me and for you. Okay? So, all of this, and the dream that we were conceived in the will reveal a joyful face. Yes, to stay happy regardless. And the world we once believed in will shine again in grace. Then why do we keep strangling life? Wound this earth, crucify its soul through its pain to see the world is heavenly, be God's glow. We could fly so high, let our spirits never die. In my heart, I feel you are all of my brothers. Create a world with no fear. Together we'll cry happy tears. See the nations turn their swords into plowshares. We could really get there if you cared enough for the living. Make a little space to make a better place. Heal the world, make it a better place for me and for you and the entire human race. There are people dying. If you care enough for the living, make it a better place. And then we keep going and going and going and going. So anyways, let this be, this is just something that they've been wanting me to share. And then when I saw this kid post about it, obviously, I felt like I wanted to drop the info. So where do you live? What time zone do you live in? Can you drop what time that would be? Okay. Depending on what time zone do you live in. Can you guys hear me? Depending on what time. Okay. Yeah. Perfect. So anyways, 2:26 p.m. on Thursday, the 25th of June, in Pacific Standard Time, 4:26 a.m. in Bali on Friday morning. And yes, I did set my alarm because it's not hard to wake up and press play on a song to do it at the same time everybody else is doing it. What? Why not? If you're ever going to do it because everybody else was doing it, these are the types of things that we should do because everybody else is doing it. It was the very first song that you ever heard. It moved your heart to your very core. And it was the day, oh, he was born. Oh, he died. Oh, he was born at 29/8/1958. Crazy. God, he's not even like, he's not even that old. Okay. So what's going on with the collective? There's some tower moments happening for the collective. Okay. This is for the collective. Oh, collective. Okay. Okay, now I understand. Okay, collective. So collective, you guys have been really tapped in. Okay. First you guys have this magician energy. And so you guys were creating, right? We've hit this fork in the road. We've hit this fork in the road, and now we're creating this new energy. And with that energy, right? We are with this eye, with this tapped in, with this infinite energy that we have that we're collectively using, we're taking down these old structures. We're taking down these old things. Excuse me, we're causing these towers, the Six of Swords in reverse. We're saying, no, you're not moving any farther forward. You're not going anywhere. You're going nowhere fast. That tower needs to hit you. You can't take our energy. You can't take our creativity. You know, AI can't take our job. You can't make this art that I can, you know, you guys, it's like we're just destroying it all. We're like, no, that's ours. That doesn't belong to you. You can't take it. And these people have been holding on to it for an extended amount of time. Okay. They've been holding on to it and they can't hold on to it. It's like, they can't, like, I can't pull over. I'm already pulled over. I can't pull over anymore. Like, they can't hold on to it anymore. Okay. They're not allowed to. For some of them, what I'm seeing is actually that, not only is this a higher divine orchestration, right? Like, let's say the aliens are coming down, right? Let's say this is like Men in Black, where there is like a higher level agency that is overseeing, right? That is overseeing all of this stuff. And they're like, because somebody has been taking stuff that doesn't, taking wealth and ideas and many things, maybe even some type of vehicles or, um, boats could be specific. Um, anyways, that didn't belong to them, right? And so they've seen this. They've been being watched. So the people that were doing this, watching before, that were trying to take something from collective, or that have been withholding something from collective, and have been, or these people have also been cashing in on your ideas, collective. They have been saying this is their idea. You must have stole it from them. Blah 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 blah. Well, they've been under this watch and key. They could have been. And this isn't just anybody. Whoop-ah! This is divine order. Okay. This is some heavy information that's coming in. Okay. These are from higher level organizations, right? They have been watching. They have been watching you, collective, and they have seen that you are devoted to your path. They have seen that you're out here delivering the messages. You may be a messenger. You may be doing some type of healing work. You may be an artist or a creator. You're definitely a leader, a creator, you know, a healer. You're something really high up. You're something that a lot of people are interested in. Okay. A lot of organizations, a lot of people. And it's like a lot of people have been looking into you. For many of you guys, this can be religious organizations and stuff like this. They're just like, how are they figuring it out with these tarot cards? What's going on? Like, how can they wait? All of our secrets that we've been hiding, they're finding it out by tarot cards. Some of you guys may be finding it out by tarot cards or by some type of divination or something like this. But it's like, you guys, it's like the information is just awakened. It's just awakening. And it's like, they can't like erase it. They can't make you forget it. It just keeps coming, and it's like, it won't stop. You know, it's like it's like a faucet that sprung a leak, right? And it's like like you didn't fix it. You're like, oh, it's just a little drip, and then they went back and they try to like tighten the hose or whatever, and then like the whole hose bursts and the whole thing burst. Like that's what it is, and they're just like, wow, this is undeniable. It's literally like this Jackie Chan. You're like a Jackie Chan, in the spiritual, and you're like a spiritual warrior. What picture? Like literally. Also like a magician, like this like Jackie Chan, like witch or magician or warlock or whatever. You're high up. You're high up in this esoterics. I posted this funny meme about about the the higher level arts people, you know, like jumping you in, you know, like this is similar like this similar like Masons or fraternities, something like this, jumping you in or doing like hazing or something like this. Um, this could be this could be something. Now, this old order, this old thing was based on more of a patriarchal structure. Give me 1 second, guys. My tangerine. My tangerine. Um, and why do I say that? Because we have, yeah. Okay. Yep. Okay, so okay, interesting. Okay. So we're gonna do all these, but let me just let me just take a moment here. Okay, so why do I say this? Because there's messages that are coming in. This is somebody that was watching, okay? This is somebody that was investigating, and these are people that aren't just regular private eyes or investigators, okay? These are higher level investigators. You guys have uncovered something that was really deep in the patriarchy, that was really deep in this system, and that's what you guys have been doing, right? You guys are like, you guys outranked maybe some of these top ranking magicians or warlocks or witches. Fire could be significant. Okay, you guys may have already said that this was going to happen. You guys may have predicted some type of building or a house or something coming on fire. There can be, you guys could potentially have some type of like elemental spirits, whether it's like water or fire or air, something like that's coming in, that's playing, they're playing their part in um basically like retribution, right? And this spiritual retribution, this karmatic balance. Whoop-ah! Like these ancestors, these guardians, whatever, um, they're coming in, right? And it's like you guys have this whole, it's like you have this whole legion of wizards or of warlocks and witches and esoteric, like high level. These are high level. Now, for some of you guys, this may be like I'm picking up like pope, priest, pastors, like something like this, right? These people, they're watching you because they just keep trying to. It's like they keep trying to test you, and it's like this information that you know is just put throwing them under the bus. There's nothing that they can. It's like they can't deny it. They can't deny that. It's like you couldn't have this information. There's no way that you could have this information. I shared a story about this on my stories a while back. There was this girl that they took away as a child, or her parents gave her up like for a payment or something, and so they locked her away as a child when she was like 6 or 8 or something like this, and she still channeled all of this stuff. She channeled all of these hymns and lyrics. She channeled like she wrote like a whole story. She even created a whole language called, I think, lingua, something like this. And she was in like a nunnery. She grew up in this nunnery in this fucking little, uh, brick room, whatever. And she still channeled all this stuff. And she said she was channeling it through the light, through the spirits, and all this stuff, through God. And it's basically like songs and descriptions, like full on broken down descriptions of the experience of the female orgasm. Now there's no way that she could just tap into that information. They're like, how did you do this? And so that's what happened is these institutions, the Pope and all this, they started studying it, and they're just like, well, she knows too much. She like knows too much from this ancient text for it to just be false. Like she's got to be channeling it. And that's basically like essentially what's going on here. And these people that try to take you down are like, shit, were fucked, right? They tried to cause heartache. They tried to cause distortion. They tried to use people that were close to you. They may have even paid a lot of people that were close to you, that were friends or relatives, something like this. It's like they had everybody on board to try to hurt you. It's like, okay, as soon as collective's feeling good about this, we're going to send somebody in that says this. And then once their dog is sick, then we're going to fucking send somebody to run it over or whatever, like some fucking crazy shit. And it's like, these are people that were close to you. These are people that you considered family, friends, lovers. These are people that intentionally betrayed you. They may have even traded you to some of these higher societies. You may have been trafficked or handled. You may have had handlers your whole life, like me. Now, of course, sometimes you don't really realize, right? Sometimes you're just like, whatever, like you're just going about, you just fucking take it on the chin and you just keep going, right? Like many of us do that. We're just like, whatever, bro. Like, I'm just going to enjoy my life being happy. And they can't understand it because it's like all this energy, all of this evil magic, all this dark, this hate. They may have put stuff in front of you. They may have put options and food and sex, drugs and rock and roll and crazy, hookers and blow and whatever, right? They try to put all this stuff because they're like, we're gonna get you off of your happy course, but you're not. You're not. It's like all of the options, all of the work that they put in, right, didn't yield any results. Even if the card is upright, it didn't yield any results. Why? Because their intentions were ill, so of ill will. So now they've lost everything. Not only have they lost everything, but now they still owe everything back. And they were trying to use this Prince of Cups. They were trying to use this fake love. They were trying to use um, like this fake lover, this fake love, the offering of love, this for you to maybe for you to feel bad for somebody collective. They wanted you to feel guilty, or they try to use somebody to make you feel guilty or something like this, to be like, well, but you love me and blah 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 blah. But see how he is in this, right? This is somebody that is pissy because they didn't get their way. So for me, what I see here is that the people got paid out, right? Someone already got paid out, but they spent that money and they didn't deliver because they're like, oh, for sure, a collective will do anything I say because they care about me and they're obsessed with me. And collectives over here doing the little fucking, what is that? I saw it from the first time, that little fucking TikTok thing. I was putting this up before, the Mariah Carey song, right? Why are you so obsessed with me? And like collectives over here, like being like, and all these people are just like obsessed. Like they don't even have to do that trend. Like people are just doing it, like they're just obsessed. And these people are like, what the fuck? They expected collective to be obsessed with them, and it didn't work, right? And they may have paid, like they were paying to do some type of love spell, some type of enchantment spells. They were paying, okay? And as long as you were maybe participating in some type of debauchery, or as long as you were still hooking up with them, or as long as you were still entertaining any of this lower frequency energy, they were able to maybe have some effect. But you guys saw through that. Collective saw through that. They're just like, I see through your bullshit. Here's the truth. Here comes the sword of truth, right? And for some of you guys, you could get someone that's actually coming through to tell you the truth. Someone is going to come through like your sunny day. Someone that may be a friend, or maybe a potential lover or partner, maybe a business partner, maybe, potential actual partner, mate, the Four of Wands. Okay, someone is going to actually, I think, come in and bring you the information. Someone is going to come in and bring you some type of truth. Hi, Jack. I can't really see all this. You guys are going to have to give me a minute, but someone is going to come in and bring you this truth, okay? They're going to tell you the truth, or you're going to find out some type of truth or information about some type of union, okay? From what I can understand, there was a Three of Cups. There was a disruption, okay? You were supposed to potentially be in some type of union, and all of these people, yeah, okay, these people were paid to disrupt. And they all took payouts because they thought it would be easy. They thought you were an easy target. They thought that they could take away your home, your happiness, your money, your love. They thought they could do all these things. And you're just over here, collective, in this mode, bro. You're in this mode. You're just like, boom. You're the Nine of Pentacles. You're like, I'm good. I'm fucking, I'm receiving all this health, wealth, and abundance and love and all this happiness. Why? Because it's coming back to me. It's coming back to me in this form, right? Because I'm using the words as the spells, and I'm telling all these people with this energy, sending it back to me, and it's coming back. And collective, you're just like, that's cool. I'll hang out. I'm good. I'm good by myself. Like they didn't take anything away from you. They gave you your peace. They gave you your time. You could just rest and digest and literally be super fucking happy. And you're over here like, I'm chilling. You're just hanging out. You're like, yeah, I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting and meditating, waiting for your shifts to come in. You know that this Three of Wands, you're just like, it's cool. Like, I already know that I did the work and I'm just waiting for it to arrive. I ain't worried. I don't know what you guys are all doing. Their world is over. Their shit is ending. Okay? Their stuff is ending and ending and ending. Okay? Like, yeah. The world, yeah. It's ending. These people, it's over for them, okay? They tried to tap into your Ten of Pentacles. They may have been using some type of money or inheritance or something that somebody left for you, okay? They've been using it. That's over for them. They've been blocked. They've been blocked on some type of financial level, maybe some type of banking account, something like this. They've been blocked, okay? That's over for them, okay? They're not getting this. Whoever's had this is not getting it anymore. They didn't do the work. It's not theirs to have. It's yours. You get to make that decision. The only thing that they worked at doing is trying to prevent you from coming into this connection. They probably told this King of Cups a bunch of big stories that made him feel some type of way. Yeah. Yeah, they did. They try to tell this King of Cups, oh, she's out here. She gets, maybe she's a whore, hooker. Look at in this one. Oh, la 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 la. This is someone that ran their mouth to go against it, telling this King of Cups all this bad stuff. Some Princess of Cups. Doesn't have to be, okay? But this is a younger water sign energy, okay? That came in and was like, oh, well, yeah, well, she's known. Like, this is someone who is pretending to be a friend or that they had a close emotional bond. And this is someone that you may have thought was your friend, collective, but this person was like, they would say whatever to get paid. They were sharing a lot of your personal or emotional stuff. They're putting it out there to the world, and they're getting paid for it. Okay, this is someone sharing your personal information or doing something to hurt you that you actually thought was very close, that you thought was a friend. That's actually not a friend. Okay, they are. Look at this. They're trying to get money from this guy, or they're trying to play this guy. But see this cunning look in her eyes? This person had this person fooled. And this is somebody, again, this is air energy as well. This is somebody that ran their fucking mouth about collective. I mean, there's a lot. This is like a lot of rumors going on. And this is literally, yeah, all these people that put all these swords to prevent these two from coming together. And this is like a whole fucking community. Yeah, and they're all getting some gnarly fucking judgment. And then it doesn't matter, collective. You're out here, you're receiving your Ten of Cups regardless if it's by yourself or with this other person. It doesn't matter. If this other person was so quick to believe everybody else instead of you, if that was their choice, then that was their choice, right? This is what we call free will. And what the universe is saying, although it might hurt your feelings, although it might make you sad, collective, okay? You're like, but my Ten of Cups was, I thought it was going to be, it may not be with the person that you thought it was going to be. That person didn't choose you. That person chose somebody else. When given the choice, they didn't choose you. They chose to listen to somebody else, and they sat here crying over spilt milk. They sat here in this energy of, oh, I can't believe I did all of this, and she's just a whore or whatever. But like, this is just information that these people, this is false information. They basically created all of these lies to create a judgment that wasn't true, right? This was manipulation. So this person made a decision also based on false information or false evidence, but also shame on them. Shame on whoever this masculine was. So collective, if you're the feminine, whatever, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Doesn't have to be. There is no gender in tarot, okay? You're the feminine or whatever, okay? Strong feminine energy. You guys have found your balance. You have created the balance. You guys are going to receive your happy ending. You're going to receive your 10 of Pentacles. You're going to receive your 10 of Cups. You've balanced. You're going to receive the support and everything that you need. You may not be, it may not be coming to you in the way that you thought, or with the person or place or whatever that you initially thought. Okay? Yeah. Because a lot of the people that, yeah, they were just causing fights. Yeah. This Jezebel energy. This Jezebel energy wanted to take away your security. This King of Coins, they were causing fights. They were causing fight after fight after fight, saying, that's basically saying that collective wasn't secure, collective was insane, collective was all of these things, when really they got found out. See, because they wanted to start all of these fights, and because this Jezebel energy wanted your security so bad, what happened is they got investigated. And not only are they in this Jezebel spirit energy, they're also working with other people doing it. Okay, they may be like the pimp or something like this, right? Or they may have a pimp. Like they all got caught. They all got caught. They're all going down. Okay, with this Queen of Wands in reverse, Princess of Wands in reverse, and then the Nine of Wands in reverse. These are all people that work together. They were hiding some type of secret or some type of lie for quite some time. Why do I say that? And they were all, yeah, and they're all paid or collecting money to do this, to create this abandonment feeling, to try to maybe take collective's house or something like this. This was a big secret or a lie, something they've been hiding. Also could be part of a secret society or a secret something. Okay, they lie, they cheat, they steal, they take things that don't belong to them. Again, these can be what is it? What was I picking up on before? These are the romance scammers, right? Oh, I love you. This is people that get naked. They get paid. Okay, they get paid. This is like what I'm picking up on. Is it's like no, don't ask, don't tell. It's like these people. How do you want me? How do you like it? It's like they're willing to keep any type of secret, whatever you want, and they said, okay, we want you to take this person out, we want you to hurt this person, we want you to make this person be by themselves, we want you to put all this person's personal information on blast. For some of you guys, they could have done this. They could have gone into your private or home space, something like this, and put you on blast, something like this, and then again, taking your home or your space or your living situation while they were still collecting money off of maybe putting this stuff out here. You guys knew that. The thing is collective, they played you like you were fucking stupid, like you didn't know, but you guys knew the whole time. And they're like, well, if you knew, why didn't you put a stop to it? What they didn't understand is you guys are like, well, because we're collecting evidence at this point. After you got poisoned, after you found people sneaking in or things going missing or whatever, something like this, yeah. When you notice this Nine of Cups, when you notice that people were trying to fuck with your wish fulfillment and that they were trying to interfere with your connection ultimately, and they were trying to use this fuckboy energy to cause these fights, right? And they were not protecting you. They were not bringing justice. They were not there for you. They were actively talking shit against you, right? Attacking you and getting other people to attack you, right? They were never on the same path. They were on their own path. They were trying to cash in on your wish fulfillment. And you knew that, collective. You knew that. But you also knew that this was your wish fulfillment and that someone can't take your wish fulfillment from you. You knew that it wasn't possible for them to do it, so you just let them do it, and now they're suffering. Yeah, they're stuck. This was some type of couple. These are people that have been working on it for a while. These are people that you could have known from your past. These are people that are jealous. This is someone that wants to be with your partner. Maybe it can be an ex, can be maybe your guys' maybe divine masculine, divine feminine's exes that came together, that became friends over this because they wanted to hurt, they wanted to separate, they wanted to create all this problem, they wanted to prevent this from coming into play, but they can't. Younger earth sign energy, very strong, of blocking the connection. Princess of Pentacles, yeah. Older feminine mother energy, Queen of Pentacles. Okay. These people have literally, what I'm picking up on is like they have been financing it. So it's like how can I connect it? How can I connect it? So you know um my brother was like this crazy fucking tweaker. He'd always be stealing shit, and his friends always on drugs stealing shit, right? And this is the type of energy, right? To where it's like they'll steal your shit from you. They'll steal your shit from you, and then they'll be like, "Oh my god, what are you missing? Oh my god, what does it look like? Oh my god, where was the last place that you saw it?" And then they'll literally be there helping you look for the shit that they fucking stole from you, making you feel like you must have you're looking on the carpet, you're trying to figure out what happened, where did it go? And they're just like, "Oh my god," like they're super invested into it because that's the manipulation, right? They want to keep you distracted from the actual thing, which is the fact that there was only them and you there when the shit went missing, right? Like there's only so many people that have a key or that have access to your house to where something could have just disappeared, something like this. But this is the energy, is it's like the people that will take your shit and then be helping you search for it. Yeah. And it's like you guys knew that. They took you for a fool. They didn't think, they're like, "Oh yeah, yeah, yeah." It's like it's almost like they were having fun. They were mocking you behind your back, having fun, trying to see. It's like you would call them out every time something would happen. You'd be like, "Blah blah blah," and they play it off. They play it off like literally like a Davo, right? Like deflect and whatever, like just full narcissistic abuse, right? Like being like, "No, you're going crazy. No, you didn't imagine, like you never put your stuff there. Like, no, what are you talking about? That was never here. You never had that, whatever," right? And they tried to make you, they kept playing this, and you just kind of let them go and let them go and let them go until you really were like, "Nah, no more." You felt it and you fucking cut them off. And they didn't expect that. They didn't expect you to cut them off. They didn't expect you to just really call everything out and calls it like you sees it and just fucking cut them off. They thought that they could keep like breadcrumbing the fuck out of you and keep sucking your energy and your fortune, and they thought that you would just keep forgiving them or taking them back, and you didn't. You pulled a fucking you pulled a ringer. You pulled a ringer, and they have no yeah. They were not victorious in this. They lost big time. It's like what's that called? The fool's mate, right? There's check and there's checkmate, and then there's like the fool's mate, right? The fool's mate is when the, like, let's say for instance that the person across from them is so advanced in chess, and they're so hell bent on the fucking strategy that they're trying to overthink everything. And it's like the fool's mate is when it's just like boom, in like 6 moves or something like that, you've already fucking put them in check. You've already captured their like fool's mate. It's because nobody would think that it's like what's the word I'm thinking of? Kamikaze. It's like nobody would believe that you would be like the kamikaze of the mission, right? They wouldn't think that you would just like move your whatever and swoop in and boom boom go for the king like that, go for the king and the queen like that, right? But that's essentially what it is, right? Is it's like they they thought that you would fall for something because you were observing, because you were in the observant mode, and they thought that you would keep accepting yeah, they thought that they could keep you in this third party energy. They thought that they could keep running Um, they thought that they could keep running both and that you wouldn't know, that they could keep calling you crazy. Like, oh, you're just imagining that. You're just imagining that. You're just fighting with your own mind. And you're like, bitch, I'm not fighting with my own mind and I'm not fighting with you. I'm about to fucking take a new pathway. And you guys are like, all right, I got a new pathway right here in front of me. Go ahead. Stay there with your third party. Stay there working with the enemy. Watch collective walk away or just watch them disappear. It's like that's kind of what you guys did. You guys just went fucking ghost, right? Like I posted this hella funny meme. I posted it a few times because the shit's funny. I mean, like not one after the other, but I posted it a few times over the weekend. It's like this dude that's just like walking into this, into this smoke, and he's just like, peace out, and um, it's like what happens when people ghost me. Like I just consider it like God moved you out of my life for alignment, and he's just like deuces, and just like fades into the smoke. It's like that's kind of like what happened. You guys were like, oh, the divine didn't want me here. This wasn't part of my path or my devotion. So I didn't need this heartache, or I needed that heartache in order to level up to my next phase. But like, that's basically what happened is you guys were like, oh, well, you're not in divine alignment. You're not willing to commit to this higher level. And that's what happened is this person didn't commit to the higher level. They were committed to hurting you. They were committed to having their cake and eating it too. They were committed to this third party and hurting you, to letting this third party hurt you. Most likely is what I'm picking up on. And you were just like, I'm not doing it. I'm not the motherfucking one. And now they're over here begging. They're like, please, please, you're the one. After all these other people I've fucked and all the energy and time I've given to all these other places because I didn't know what I really wanted. I know now that I want you. And you're just like, bitch, I seen how you don't have the capacity for commitment. I seen what you're committed. You're committed to, it's like, yeah, the only thing they're committed to, right, is you not getting the victory. Is you not getting the victory. It's like this person was so fucking jealous of you shining that they literally have done everything. If I can't have you, if I can't have it, it's like they're upset. They're upset because whatever you're doing, it's like they want to be in that Princess of Wands. They want to have that recognition. They want the princess treatment. But the thing is they made the decision to choose the fucking whore. They made the decision. Do you know what I'm saying? They chose this third party. They chose to entertain whatever this third party is. Now, for many of you guys, yeah, it is some type of a hooker or a whore. Somebody, some type of working girl, somebody that they work with potentially. Somebody that gets paid. Okay? And I don't think they get paid very much. Okay? And the funny thing is it's like, they were never into you. They got paid. They got paid to attach some Jezebel spirit to you, to make you connected to the third party, to hurt the collective. And this was their whole fucking running game. It's like where this other person, where they thought their ego was being filled because they could get all these other people or this other attention. It was all paid. It was all paid. Yeah. Just to fuck up collective security, just to create conflict, right? They're pissed. Okay, so they're pissed because they were hoping that they could make collective. They were hoping that they could make you look unstable. They were hoping that they could get you to fight. They wanted you to fight them for this person. That's hilarious. And you're just like, bitch, I ain't fucking like, if a fucking $5 fucking hooker can take your dude, let him go because he's fucking filthy and you don't want him anymore. If any man who sticks his shit where a woman gets paid for it, I'm sorry, that's low frequency. Don't need that, because all the people that are fucking that whore have trauma that's unresolved, and like, don't bring that around a goddess or a queen. That's a no. That's a 100. That's a 0%. Will you ever enter my temple or come in my vicinity ever again? You're gross. I want to puke in your fucking face. You disgusting, filthy scum of the earth. And these people also have some type of serious sickness. Yeah. You may have told them that. You may have told them, keep it covered. And they didn't. They didn't keep it. They didn't keep it covered. They were foolish. They were foolish. They thought that they could keep it a secret, but now some of them actually, somebody may have some type of STD, some type of STI. Somebody may be fucking pregnant. Somebody may have knocked up somebody. You may need to get checked. You may understand. I've been channeling for a while also. Like people that already have kids that are grown, people that are, you know, maybe not sure about their parents or whatever. Like people need to get DNA. Like you need to get a fraternity test. Fraternity testing could be serious. It could be yeah, it could be serious. God moaning. Yeah, shamoning. Shamoning. That's what I want to say. Shamoning. Yeah, let's get some lovers. So these lovers are coming back around the bend, okay? Let's clear this. These were the karmics, okay? These were the karmics or these exes. This is something else. Tell us about these lovers. Tell us about these lovers. Yeah, it's like the family, the friends, the community. It's like everyone was paid to try and block the lovers from coming together. Literally. All of these people, everyone was fucking in on it. And these people are literally like, please forgive me. And there's going to be no forgiveness. Literally, there's going to be no forgiveness. Yeah. You guys are like, you motherfuckers were over there crying. While we were here crying, while we were missing, while we were depressed, while we were hurting, while we wanted to be with this person, you guys were like, oh, well, la 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 la. Damn. I'm sensing that this masculine and also that this feminine is not having any fucking. They're like, bro, you said all of this shit, you lied. And not only, it's like people are like, well, I didn't technically lie to you. It's like you manipulated truths, you manipulated stories, you literally lied because you, what is it called? Abstaining. You abstained the truth. You abstained the information. You didn't give the right information. You were sharing information that was attacking me, that was attacking collective, that was attacking the ability from us to come together. You were saying all of these things. Again, grace is only given for the people who have put in the work to prove that they are healed, that they're healing. Grace and forgiveness will not be given to everybody. That is important. That is important for some of you guys. Yeah. And if you were trying to do all of these things, right? If you were trying to put all these options and stuff like this, like you're about to have your love life ripped out of you. You're about to see what it's like to lose your partner to somebody else with option. You're about to start seeing this. You guys are gonna, these people are, it's coming back to them. These people literally can't sleep. Okay. It's like, what I'm picking up on is the ancestors are not having it. Okay. They're not fucking having it. They're going hard. They're going hard. They're going ham. They're going ham. They're attacking. They're like in this mental state. They're like, they won't let these people sleep. They're like making them feel emotional. They're making them feel depressed. They're making them feel scared. They're making them, for some people, these people are running and hiding. Okay. They can be hiding somewhere. They're super imbalanced. Some of these people are going like mentally insane. They're losing it. Okay. Many of these people are going to be losing their ability. Okay. Due to this. Yeah. And this is like a whole group of people that thought that they were like some fucking next level Masons. It could have been like Eastern Stars or something like this. But these are people that thought that they were doing something. But they're not. They just a bunch of fucking fools. And justice is fucking coming in. And nothing that they were hiding before, all their secrets and lies, all that is coming out to the forefront. They can't hide it anymore. Yeah. These people, so some type of, this is somebody, okay, this is like an older father, uncle figure, older man, something like this. This is somebody that's been holding on to it. This is somebody that had a big portion in it, okay? And they're strong Taurus energy, Aries, Capricorn energy. Um, they're holding on to this, okay? They were holding on to money, property, stocks, bonds, IRAs, whatever, a lot of stuff, okay? They were holding on to a lot of stuff that did not belong to them, that belonged to you, collective. You are about to receive all this hidden information, okay? You may have already been coming down. You may have had somebody that knew, somebody that was in a higher level of jurisdiction, right? Some type of maybe a private investigator, maybe a higher organization, you know, like a CIA or an FBI. This is somebody really high up, okay? Someone that is literally like, you're not gonna win, collective. You've already won, okay? You've already, whatever they tried to put on your name, whatever they tried to put on you, has ultimately been vindicated, okay? Your name and whatever else has happened has been vindicated. Hold on one second, you guys. One second. One second. Come on, hurry. 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 Come on. Come on, hurry. Come on, hurry. Come on. Yes. Come on. God damn it. Okay, well, I'm not opening the door again, so you can fight that other cat. Okay, sorry, guys. I don't know why. I don't know why. This other cat likes to literally harass my cat, so I try to save her, but she's not having it. She found a really interesting looking lizard that she's just in her cat hunting mode, so we're going to let her do that. Let me see, what are you guys saying? Don't take shit personally. Half of something is always better than half of nothing. I mean, something like this, I guess. Lost in space, stuck in the middle with you. That's good. I like that. I got clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you. Stuck in the middle with you. There's little white lies, then there's big fat red ones. To the contrary, grace and forgiveness is freely given. Up to you to accept it. No. Okay, because when something is pattern, right? When something is a pattern, when someone has consistently, repeatedly shown the same behavior over and over and over and over again, it's a pattern. Grace is meant to be given to those who are attempting to change, who have attempted to change, who are actively changing in this state, in this energy. It doesn't have to be given. Let me just let you know, as a feminine energy that channels higher level feminine entities, which actually I got the fucking crazy download today, that the watchers that come in that create all of this justice and divine orchestration balance are feminine. This is divine feminine rage, divine feminine energy that comes in to balance it out when things are out of play. This is the year that we're in. This is everything what is happening. So no, grace does not, you don't get grace just because. Everybody gets free will. Grace is something that you're actively seeking. It's something that you're in devotion to receive. You don't get it from just being a cockfuck and saying, well, God, give me the grace. No, this is what I'm here to deliver the message. I am the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger. But I'm delivering the message that no, not everybody. If you're eating and raping and pillaging children and women and babies, like, do you get the same grace? I don't think so. I think you get a double tap to the head and become fertilizer. That's just how it's going to be. There's certain levels of can we rehabilitate, and there's other levels of you've done it so many times that unless you're in a lockdown facility under full monitorization, we can't say that you won't do it again because your pattern is X, Y, and Z. And then you start over A, B, C, D until you get to X, Y, and Z again. It's always the end pattern. This is where we have to draw the line. Not everything deserves the grace. So, you know, Simon says you're a child of God, and suddenly, poof, you're a shaman. Yeah, of course. Hey, Anna. I didn't see all these other messages. What you guys are saying out here? Hold on, Anna. You had astral travels to parallel worlds and then saw him design at the day under many different circumstances. It was the day to walk away from this world. Yeah, it was his time. Yeah. Yeah, this is real. That is real. You had a premonition of fire the first time you smoked weed. It was nuts. That's crazy. This is definitely going on over here. Yes, you can't deny your experience or wisdoms gleaned from this 20 years of healing. Yeah, of course. Hey, Jack. Thank you for being here. Nice to meet you. Fatina, you're in Nigeria. What time is it in Nigeria? Family sucks. Well, I think that, if you're chosen or on a light warrior path, that we come into families to push us out, right? Because we have to get to this space of questioning everything and removing ourselves to really get to the depths. So, you know, that's part of what it is. So does she go for walks by herself? Oh, my cat goes, yeah. She does her own thing all the time. She's like a little jungle kitty. She thinks she's the size of a large wild cat, but she's small. She's like a kitten. Everybody always thinks she's a kitten. That's why they try to take her because they think, oh, she's so small. She's a kitten. She's gonna be sweet and she's gonna grow up and we're gonna get to have her since she's small. But she's actually she's about to be 5 years old, I think. So she doesn't. Yeah, she does her own thing. She's like on her own program. She's super smart, but she's like a therapy cat, right? She's my therapy cat. So she I'm not gonna be able to go much longer, guys, because this is gonna die and my cord isn't charging it. She makes sure that I go on walks. She makes sure that I eat. Like when I didn't have the money to eat, she was like freaking out. And I was like, how can you be more hungry and I don't have more money to buy you more food? And why you want to eat 5 times in a day? And then I realized it wasn't about her eating. It was about her trying to get me to eat, right? Because I have traumatic brain injury. And so she knows that I forget things a lot. And so she's because she's known me since she was small and we've gone through a lot of stuff, the accident and everything else together. Um, she likes to do that. But we did have an old routine of getting up and being in the morning sun and letting the morning sun kind of, staring at the morning sun, right? Because it's very healthy, especially after I had the eye stuff, to help kind of balance the eyes and everything out. But also just the energy of the morning sun. But no, she likes to go for walks. She's like a little puppy cat. She's super funny. She's super funny like that. But yeah, if we go places, she likes to go in this thing like all the way down here. Because the trees are different. She can climb up the palm trees, but she doesn't like to. They're more smooth. She likes like a different type of texture, and she'll like be walking and she'll like climb up the tree and then come down and she'll, she like does this whole little thing. She's a little adventure kitty. So um but yeah, it's more of her getting me to get up and to do something and to go for a walk because it really hurts me to walk. I try to walk and do that stuff and it's really, really painful. But as I walk through like the rice paddies and the where they have the flowers, it's like dirt or mud on top with grass on top. So I can walk barefoot and I can kind of earth out and it doesn't hurt me as much to sit or to walk on those areas. Like cement and asphalt and stuff like that is really like for me to stand and dance now and stuff is like a lot of pain. It's a lot of pain for me to walk on hard surfaces even. It's a lot. Hey, TK, strange activity. Hey, Gerardo. Spirit doesn't consist of flesh and bones. No, spirit doesn't consist of flesh and bones. You're right. But what I'm saying is whoever these people are that did this stuff, like there is some type of something. There is some type of cosmic justice that is coming into play. And you guys are about to be victorious, collective. And it's going to be super beautiful. Let's see what else. Let's see what the Rider Waite before this phone dies. Okay. You got to pitch it out. What that means. So, any more messages for the collective? What is this justice? Yeah, you guys are about to get paid out. Now, for many of you guys, this could have been the Page of Wands. This was based on an idea that someone took from you guys, okay? You guys had this idea, you had this dream, you had something, and you've been doing it or you've been working on it, you've been working towards your healing, and someone tried to come in and take something that didn't belong to you, okay? But it's like a lot of people came in from your past. I'm kind of picking up and saying, actually, these other people don't have all this time and effort and energy that you do, that you put into it. Do you know? You're like, there, everybody's like, no, 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 no. Like, the collective has been working on this. This has been the collective's idea. This has been the collective's design. This has been the collective's dream. This was their idea. This was their thing. You guys aren't even doing it right. This is about creating, this is about creating healing centers. Yeah, this is from people, for me, at least, mine was about creating these sanctuaries, right? Built around community gardens, but they were supposed to be spaces where people could go, right? And create the community and collaborate. And, you know, where after people were hurt or traumatized or whatever, or didn't have somewhere to go, didn't have family, didn't have, you know, maybe it was a woman that now had children. Maybe it was a man whose wife died and had children. You know, it's like in so many circumstances, we've needed that. We've needed this safe space, right? Before, churches and stuff like this used to take in people, and now it's not. So anyways, it's like you guys were the creators of something, and they try to act like you abandon it. They try to be like, oh, they made the decision, you know, they didn't want to take action towards it because they were tired of doing it. You know, they try to create all these fucking stories, and they created a lot of stories and said that you were on board with this, and they try to take you as a fool. They try to say, oh, well, they don't have enough energy, they're not smart enough, they can't operate, they can't run a company, they can't do it, they're clinically depressed, they've never been able to accomplish anything, they can't get their shit together. And you guys are like, they were out here because they thought that they could off you, collective. They thought that they could literally take you out, and they could keep your secrets, and they could cash in on your fucking ideas. And this isn't happening. This isn't happening. They're losing their stability, they're losing their money, and everything that they said or they did, all these people are now snitching on each other. Okay, it's like the last one to speak loses in this case. Okay, the last one to speak loses. What is it called? There's like a saying. It's not thicker than thieves, but it like no trust amongst thieves, or no what is it? You probably know this. You probably know the saying, Steve. But what is it? It's like something like this. You know, um, something um, something against thieves. You know, no. It's like there's no trust, no loyalty, no loyalty. No honor amongst thieves. Thank you, TK. Basically what's going on is these people are realizing, because they all took payouts, and it's like they're all realizing that they all participate in this lie. They all, even if they're like, oh, well, we were just, you know, we just thought it was all fun and games. We just thought it was part of the game that they were playing with the collective, and blah, 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 and la, la. And they're like, nah, bitch, you knew what you were doing. You guys were all actively involved in it. And now that we've seen collective's devotion, now that you've seen that you guys are all creating the fights, and collectives over here thriving by themselves, dedicated to their happiness, to their coins, to their, you know, to source, creator, whatever, and they're thriving. All these people are fucking fighting. They ain't partying anymore. They were partying it up before. They're all fucking fighting. All these third parties and shit, they are fighting. It's going down. Why? Oh, because the lovers are getting their stability. The lovers are getting their stability. Again, with this lovers. So it's like all these people try to create this lovers quarrel, tried to come between. Yeah, they were working the most. It's like they were literally working overtime to cause, to put you guys in a state of depression, in a state of nightmares, in a state of they could have told this they could have told this masculine um some terrible things. Also feminine, they could have put some terrible stuff in your head about what masculine or what feminine was doing. Yeah. And they all did it to try to keep this money that didn't belong to them. But they're under this higher level of divine judgment where they thought because they've been getting away with it. It's like because they've been getting away with it for so long, they thought that they could just keep running. It's like they thought that they could just keep running the same fucking game, like running their mouth like fucking diarrhea, like they would never get caught. And now they are, not just on the physical. This is physical. So this is the law, okay? This is law, this is spirituality. This is like this is like their boss. This is like the government. This is like the judge. This is like the lawyer. And this is whoever they were paying. It's like they were paying all these people before. They were paying these people that were crooked in this situation. And now these people that were higher up, that were the crooked people, they got taken out. They don't get to be the judge anymore. They don't get to be the judge and jury. They don't get to take the payout. They don't get that happy ending that they thought that they could get. There's like righteous. There's righteous. Yeah. This couple love is going to be yours, collective. This couple love is going to be yours. These like these righteous officials that are stepping in, higher level. They could be from intelligence agency. It's like some type of evidence. There's like something that showed up, something that has produced itself. Yeah, this whole gang of these fuckboy, these whole romance scammers. Okay, these fuckboy, fuck girls, whatever. They got caught. They got caught like with their pants down. Okay. Actually physically in a lot of states, and now they're all crumbling down. It's like they got caught in like some hotel or somebody's house or something like this. Somebody came over, or somebody, there was some type of messages, yeah. And everything that collective said was true. Everything that they said, that they were crazy, they were this, they were that. They said all this stuff about you, collective. And actually, none of that was true. You guys called everything. It's like everything that you said is now unfolding. And these people are fucking freaking out because they can't hold this lie. Everybody sees everything that they said was a lie. And this shit's catching up with them real quick. And they're going nowhere fast. They have no future. Okay? There's nothing they can say to get out of it. This is coming in so quick. It's like this literally put everything in alignment. They're not going anywhere. They have no ships coming in. They have no fucking future coming in. They're experiencing tower after tower after tower after tower. And these are people that all work together. Okay? They all work together against you. Also, these are people that were in your family that you thought were family or friends. They did all this work against you. All this work against you. They made these deals with the devil. They said all this stuff. They took away your job. They took away this. They took away that. They said this. They said that. They painted you. They may have made the pictures, fake pornography, fake whatever. They painted you in all these ways. Okay, including your family. They are all on board with this. They're all on board with this. They're experiencing tower after tower after tower after tower. It's like relentless. It's like they can't get out of it. They can't move forward. They can't get out of it. They're stuck, and they have to keep stuck, hung there as your fortune comes in for you, and as they lose all the money that they've been withholding from you, this trust, this inheritance, this home, this castle, this whatever this is, your fortune is changing, and whatever they've been withholding from you is going to be yours. Okay. And they were supposed to give a message. They didn't give a message, so you couldn't make a proper decision. You maybe couldn't make a court date. You couldn't make a proper decision. They tried to make, someone stepped in and tried to make a decision on your behalf, or they said that you didn't want to, that you were signing off of it, but actually they prevented it. Scared the shit out of me. Somebody could have gotten a bad accident. Someone could have fallen and hurt themselves. Someone could have fallen, died. Someone could have jumped. These decisions that they made by not giving you the actual information, you couldn't make the decision. They try to put all these other options. They tried to say you were this, you were that, you were this, you were that. They've done everything, and they haven't been able to prove it. They haven't been able to prove that you're out of your mind. They haven't been able to prove all these lies, all this stuff. They haven't been able to prove anything because you just went away, collective. You just fucking removed yourself and regained your strength. You guys are back in magician mode. You're like, fuck you. You fucking fucks. I'm out of here. And you guys dipped. You guys dipped at the right time. Yeah, and you're standing here steady. You're standing here steady. And this king, you're just like, oh, you thought I cared? No, I don't care anymore. You guys rinsed out my ability to give a fuck for you. Where I was kind and loving and all this other stuff. Well, that only goes so far when certain people are consistently trying to take what belongs to you and trying to off you. You know, when they're trying to unalive you, you don't have to give them grace. It's not necessary. You don't have to forgive those people. You can forgive those people for sentencing themselves to an eternity of damnation, because that was their choice. Free will. They made that choice. They made that choice, not you. Yeah. Justice. Look at this card. It doesn't even go with this deck. Justice. They can't outrun it anymore. They can't outrun it anymore. So, no lying for an old geezer. Yeah. Hey, Horn. Yeah. Yeah, this was somebody that was this false love. They were trying to breadcrumb you, someone, or they could have tried to send somebody in. They could still be trying to send somebody in that's like, oh, trying to offer you some fake love. Okay, you guys are going to be able to sense into it. Okay, you're going to be able to sense where it's lies and where there's deception. Okay, they want to try to send somebody in to offer you something because they want to create this fight. They want to make it look like you're going to fight, like you're unreasonable, like you have some third party. They want to do anything they can to try to hold on to this, okay? Because they don't want to walk away because they've already spent that money. They're fucked, okay? For some of you guys, these people could actually owe a lot of money because they didn't do work. They could owe money to maybe government, maybe mafias, to whoever runs this fucking hooker or whore prostitution circle. Yeah, they owe money. Now, for many of these people, they're going away for a long time, but not where they think, okay? Not where they think. For some of these people, they can be getting caught in the act. You know, they got paid to get set up. For other people, yeah, they're keeping them hung up. They're getting everybody. Gonna catch them all like a fucking Pokemon, bitches. Gonna catch them all. And many of them, they're not going to get judgment, okay? They're already going to have their judgment because they're already part of this fucking crime syndicate. They're already part of this hooker ring or prostitution ring or whatever this is, these romance scammers that are stealing. Like, they're not going to get the same fair trial because they've been doing it for an extended amount of time. This is like a higher level of justice, and because they've all been attacking the stability, and they've seen that wherever they try to hide something, they try to hide that they're all working together. They try to hide something through some type of internet VPN, something like this. They try to delete something like this, but it's like they can't. It's like they can't. They've been being tracked. They've been being tracked since they've been blocking this union. Because whoever's bringing together this union was also hired. This is like higher up powers, right? Like the divine orchestration, right? Like the archangels, like the galactic federation, like the entire universe basically says, no, this is happening. This is how we fucking wrote it. And anybody who tried to get in the way is fucking dead as a doornail, bro. And whatever your wish fulfillment was, you're now getting this, and collective is now getting this. They're now getting your wish and theirs. because they didn't do the work to do the healing. And collective did. Collective had all these deaths and rebirths and still kept healing and still kept focusing on the outcome, on this wish, on this dream, no matter how much bullshit you threw at them, no matter how many times you abandoned them. It's like they try to throw you under the bus for having an abandonment when you're just like, I'm not having an abandonment wound, bro. I don't mind. I left. Fuck that. I saw the way that these people were treating me and how quick that they would abandon me. You know who they reminded me of? Oh, my family. So I just rinsed out. I've seen this pattern before. I don't need any more lessons from people like this. I don't need any more questions from people like this. I be knowing. That's where you guys are. You're like, I know a pattern when I see it. The only thing I'm inviting back from my past is happiness and the fucking money you took that you goddamn owe me. Fuck you, pay me. And you guys are like this. You guys are about to travel. You guys are about to get everything because of your strength. You guys are about to get everything. You're in this Empress energy. You're in this Ten of Coins energy. You're in this High Priestess energy. You're getting your wishes, collective. It's like all these people have been doing the most to block you from getting this victory. They have gone over, above, and beyond, but they're not. You're getting it. You're getting it because you did the work and they didn't. It's like you're the fruits of your labor, right? You get to have this harvest. You guys, you get to finally receive. You're not going to have to give anymore. You just get to receive. You're going to have the ability to give to people that you feel deserve to receive. You have this absolute love, partnerships, everything coming in. What you have been waiting for, that they have been attempting to delay, is no longer delayed. It's coming. You didn't miss an opportunity. They stole your opportunity from you and tried to make you look like you were fucking depressed, but that was all their actions, and this is over. It's over for them. They chose the wrong team. They defended the wrong one, and they came up against the chosen one. They came up against the earth angels. They made the earth angel cry. That was their choice. They're over here looking like a fool, smelling like the poop. They ain't getting it. Many of these people, they will not get to reincarnate. Like this double tap, this double head tap energy is real, you guys. It's like their souls are about to be in hermit mode. Like their souls are about to be eliminated. And it was due to their decisions. They chose these. They actively chose this. They used their alchemy. They used their knowledge of magic. They chose this. They chose this. They knew. They knew. It's like these people knew that there are repercussions, and they thought that they could, basically, they thought that they could use a collective divine chosen earth angel being as a sacrificial lamb. And that wasn't the move. And they knew that wasn't the move. But they thought for sure that they could. I don't know who the fuck thinks some dumb shit like that, but they were warned by many people. They could have gotten many people, many friends, families that are caught up, that are now going into penitentiary, that are losing their businesses, their homes, their children. People are dying. People are sick. People are getting sicknesses and diseases and all this crazy shit. All because these people decided to be on the wrong fucking side of history, on the wrong fucking team. Because they were taking a payout and they thought it was all fun and fucking games. But it's not. They don't realize that they all just fucking curse their entire bloodlines, and they're going to be losing a lot. A lot. Not a little bit. Like they like everything, like whether they were the ones intentionally doing it, if they got paid to gang stalk, if they let their kids blow off fireworks outside a collective's window, like their bloodline is fucking cursed. They owe you. Literally. They owe you. Damages, stress, all this other stuff, they owe you. Like all of these people are in debt. They're hung up. They can't get out of this. They're in the stuck position. They have not just created this act of violence and hatred against you in a physical level. This is on a spiritual level too. They did it. And this energy is coming back to them tenfold. quickly. And they're not going to be able to get out of it. Yeah, they made this deal with the devil. They chose to make the deal with the devil when they took the payment. When they said, okay, yeah, I'll fake love them, or I'll go over there and I'll love bomb them, or I'll take this substance, or I'll take this drinks, or I'll take these tickets to this party, or I'll take whatever you're offering me to go against collective. Whether you participated in a satanic ritual or not, if you took some money, if you took some drugs, if you took something that they gave you to do this, you made the deal with the devil. You made the deal with the devil. You drank the fucking Kool-Aid. You did the line. You accepted it. You were part of the gang. So it's coming down on all of you guys. And the long arm of the law is going to take you all down. And a lot of these people are like, fuck no, but what about this? They're losing their vehicles. They're losing their businesses. They're losing their freedom. Yeah. They're losing their love. They're losing their, they're like going to lose, their word. What is this? This is like their credibility, right? Let's say they had long-standing credibility in the community, like, oh, this is a priest or this is whatever. Like, all that information is out. They're corrupt. They take dark payment. They do weird things to children. They literally were going against the righteousness of humanity, of love and the uniting of humanity. They're going against it. Like, that's coming back. And it's like, wherever they thought that they could pay out these officials or whatever before that they were doing, they can't. These people have been taken down. Some of these people may have already been arrested, or they may have died, or they may be in a higher level, whatever. Yeah, they took payouts. They took payouts, and they got caught. It's like all of these people got fucking caught. This whole ring. Yeah, they're all going down. They all took money. They all took money to try to hurt collective, to try to break collective's heart, to try to take away their stability, to try to take away what was theirs, to try to literally discombobulate them. It's over for them. It's over for them because they all work together. It's over. They're done. They're done. They all work together and they're all linked back together. They're not getting the victory on this collective. You are coming out shining. It's like they keep doing the investigation and all they can see is that you're shining, you're healthy, you're healing, you have money, you're not a whore, you're not a dealer, you're not any of these weird fucking things that they said you are. You're just magical. You're literally just like, I love life. I'm going to have my 10 of cups. You are in this Empress energy and you are going places. And they see your commitment. They see your strength. They see how you keep removing yourself. They see you're not over here being the victim like, they abandoned me. You're not any of these things that they said. You're not lazy. You're not feeding this abandonment wound. You're not defensive. You're none of these things. They realize that this is reactionary abuse, that you're simply responding to them attacking you. That's the only thing. They took your job, they took work, they try to make it say like you couldn't literally. They're losing everything. Even stuff that they were hoping that they would get. They had already planned out. They had already figured out how they're going to spend this money, what they're going to do, all these other things, okay? They wanted so bad for you not to get your wish, anything that anyone in their family, bloodline, any of them that they ever wished for, that they ever wanted, they will never receive now. That's how in depth, times 10, times 100, it's coming back to them. Anything that person that they love, their mom, their sister, their whatever, they're not going to get it. They're literally going to have, this is like generational denial. Doesn't matter how hard they work. It doesn't matter. They're going to be paying for this for generations. This is karmatic debt. They have gone karma because they chose not to heal. Instead of taking this own path and doing their own shit and doing their own healing, they were committed to not to fucking with the healing of collective. Instead of finding their own happiness, they were committed to try to make collective seem mentally unstable, seem depressed, seem some other type of way because they didn't do their new beginning. They're not getting out. They're going to be locked up for quite some time. They're not going to be happy. And collective, you're getting your happy ending because you did the work. Because you worked your butt off. You're getting the stability. They can't take it away from you. They have tried their asses off, but they can't. Doesn't matter. Everything that they threw at you, all the money, all the energy, everything that they put towards you, all of this smear campaign trying to get other people to hate you and other things, all it's done is make people look farther, right? Is give people all these other reasons to look at you and say, wow, you're 10 times more amazing. You're times 7. You're sevenfold more amazing than what they said. They try to make collective look like trash, and all they ended up doing is making them fucking famous, is making the whole world see how fucking dope they are. And now everybody's over here saying, you fucking fumbled. What the fuck? Who the fuck are you people? Why would you do this? You guys are dumb. You would rather be over here wanking it off because you thought that you deserved the spotlight. They thought they deserved the spotlight. They're mad. They're mad because they wanted to be the famous. They wanted to be the famous one. They didn't want you to get the attention. They wanted to keep you isolated. But all it did is make them look like the fucking donkey and collective look like the star that you are, collective. You're a shining star, no matter who you are. Shining bright to see what you can truly be, truly be. Shining star for you to see what your life can truly be. Hello. I don't know what you're saying. Angelique, you're new here. Karma is real, yes. You're the boy who was raised by wolves, darling. When the movie Life of Pi came out, it was to show you my fight was over. A Scorpio's fight in the water, bro. I feel that. And for many of you guys, if you are on this twin flame, this high level soulmate journey, you will start to see, if you haven't already, like for me, I get so much floodings of, oh my God, this song. It's like every song, every movie, everything was written for this moment. And you're just like, oh my God. And as you start to see, you're just like, wow, this movie, these things that you like, these things that you're close to. And I don't just mean like, oh, we're creating fantasy into reality. No, there's like a fine line. There's like a fine smudge between it. And you will start to notice stuff like this. You're just like, ah, they made a movie about me. Like, for real. They're doing it. So, but yeah, karma is real 100%. Yes, stay strong, everybody. Yes, the world. Angelique from Sacramento. So you are Pacific Standard Time. 2:26 today, you guys. Play Heal the World. If you're in California, 2:26 PS Pacific Standard Time. It is a global thing, not just something I'm doing. It's something that I found online from these kids in Hawaii. So let's do it. Let's play the song at 2:26 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 4:26 a.m. Bali time. Literally, bless you guys. Happiness is the truth. This is devastating, but you don't even know what's going on behind the scenes. You wouldn't wish all that. Well, of course, we don't wish any of this stuff, but the reality is when they wish, when they use magic, when they use black magic and they don't understand the repercussions, they're wishing it upon you. And so all we're doing is we're just returning to sender. We're just returning to sender. I rebuke, I revoke any energies, any contracts, any binding contracts, energies, entities, spirits, beings, anything that does not belong to me, that I did not consent to, that I maybe consented to on a past or previous timeline that is not in alignment with my highest vibrational frequency and timeline now. I revoke it, I rebuke it, I return it to sender. So mote it be. Replay that, capture that, replay that, okay? Anything that is not aligned with my love, my happiness as my truth. Exactly, all of these things. 77 times 7, you ever notice it looks like our zodiac sign 777? Yeah, And 7 is this magical number, right? I'm also a life path 7, TK. Things happen anyways. You're the one you're speaking of, everything, right? Well, if it is a Quincy, I hope, this is a collective reading. So many people, I think, are connecting to a lot of things, what's going on. I'm just tuning into the energy and what comes out. Like the whole universe is telling your story. Yes, Kratos, 100%. If you're talking about like the movies and the songs and everything like 100%. It's like they look at it, gives me so many goosebumps. It's like they've been creating it. It's like they keep so the way that I was shown, and hopefully I get it, hopefully I haven't, let me check. I have 3%, so hopefully I can tell you guys this last little story really quick before I have to turn off. Um, so anyways, the way that I can, maybe I can take this down and just talk to you guys. I don't know if I can get the thing to charge. Is the real problem, is the cord is not happy. So anyways, what they were showing me was a little bit of like Back to the Future, if you guys have seen this, but it's not gonna let me do it, so I'm not gonna fuck with it. So anyways, oh, here we go. I gotta hold it. So you guys hold on. I can't go like this for a long time. But anyways, in this movie Back to the Future, right? It's like they see that stuff is wrong and they kind of go back to the future and they see that there's little things that they can change or things that they can slightly do, right? And remember when what's his name got it and he tried to get the sports almanac and then he was betting and he became rich and then it just like all these different things that changed the future. Well, what we understand or what they were showing me is like past, present, and future are existing in this now here moment. So it's easy for past versions, so like our oversouls or future versions of ourselves can show up here. We're just not supposed to see or engage the same way. But that doesn't mean that, for instance, a future version of yourself couldn't, for instance, be in some type of a suit or costume or, come through some other person, right? Some other person or energy or entity that's helping to give you the information. And that's how I kind of feel like it is. Like whether it's an old version of yourself that's like, don't do this, we saw how it ends, it's not good. Or it's a future version of yourself that's like, no, 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 go right, not left. But that's kind of like how they showed me. And they showed me that literally they've been coming through time, leaving these clues of the music and the songs and the movies and all of this to let the divine collective know. And like literally, like I've had so many awakenings in this lifetime and such a long twin flame journey, right? And literally last year it was like Prince. Like I've listened to Prince and stuff like this, but I never was like super connected. And he really started coming through, and it was this song, like Revolution 7 or something like this, right? And he's talking about how all 7 will fall. And it was basically like this whole thing about what's going on, right? About when this girl wakes up and understands her father left her this estate. And it's like these people, these higher ups had killed her father, right? Because they were, maybe because he wanted to do something better with the money, right? Maybe because he didn't want to be part of their whole system or whatever it was, right? And so anyways, go check out the song also. But I started receiving so much more of these downloads. Now I receive a lot through twin flame energy via music, okay? And I'm sure you guys also probably experience that. But yeah, it's like what Kratos, okay, the OG, yeah, it's like what you were saying. You're the first person that ever related to that. Oh, really? Interesting. So yeah, this is a real thing, and I've been meaning to come on and speak about it like several times, but um, it's just a reality, and so that is part of what's living in the present, right? So the past is history, the future is a mystery, and today is a gift. That's why we call it a present, right? So if you're living in the present, then you're understanding that there's a gift, whether you understand the gift is being able to have this information or being in this present moment, right? It's both. It's all of the above. Let's just say that. It's all of the above. It's the ability to take a moment and exist, right? Because if we are too much in the past, then we're not able to exist in the present. And if we're focused too much on the future, then we're also not able to exist in the present, right? So it's about understanding what we need. It's about taking the signs and the signals more than anything. But like, yeah, I've been feeling so strongly for a while, and it's been coming through so much for a while, that yeah, like all of these movies and all of these things, like you can start to see them, and I start to see them. I'm like, oh my God, listen to what she just said. And oh, and so you may be drawn, like sometimes I'm drawn to go listen to this song, and it's like sometimes the songs will have me in tears. Sometimes I share them if I remember to share them on here, but you may be being prompted to check out a video or to check out a scene or to go back to it, and go back, even though you've seen it 1,000 times, go back and watch it or listen to it or hear it, because it's going to give you like, so what I started noticing is it's like, this is love. Like, this is how you know what love is, because love is something that is undeniable. Love is something that it's not transactional, right? It's not, you can't buy the love, right? And it's like it's something that you feel innately, and it's like that's no matter what happens, you still go back to that feeling. You're just like, wow, this is the love story, this was written, and not just like in awe of this being an amazing love story. You're like, this was written about me. Yeah. Yes, past, present, future is now, and changes around you, but only works when you're getting deep with God. Now is the gift, the present. Yes. Like a gift. That's why we call it the present. Exactly. You just enjoy it before it passes. It's about being able, to be honest, I think it's more of like in nature, right? As you observe nature, you observe the cyclical nature of nature itself, how the sun comes up and then it goes down. Like, are you enjoying? Like, that's why I like to go out and be with the morning sun, right? Because I'm like, I'm here, I'm starting the day. Now, no matter what I do, I woke up with the sun. I'm becoming in a cyclical nature with nature, right? All of the time and everything is a little bit wacky right now. You guys are probably all feeling that, and you guys probably all understand that. But yeah, it's part of it. And thank you for randomly dropping in. Thank you for being you too, Kratos. Make sure to subscribe and come back. I generally come on every day or evening, whatever. It's 11:30 almost where I live, p.m. Thank you, Lauren. You are also amazing. What do I do? It's like I have to take action. So ask your guides or your angels, right? What can I do? What's the next step I can take towards action? Sometimes we need to be still in order to receive that download of what the next action is, right? That's what they've been downloading me with. I'm like, I have to do something. Like, no, you need to rest because there's going to be a lot to do, and you need to have your energy. So you need to balance your nervous system. To each his own. Every person is on an individual thing. I can tune this more tomorrow, but today I can't hold this cord in forever to keep the phone from turning off. But come back tomorrow, Quincy. We'll talk about it. Thank you for sharing your time and attention here. Thank you guys. I think we all struggle with love and bad experiences. So come back tomorrow. We'll talk about that. We'll tune in, do a collective love reading. So nice to meet you, Kratos. Gotta run. Being here just made you full of love. That's amazing. And God and connection. You guys are amazing. Thank you. We got the business matters to attend to at times. Cool, Steve. Um, you can pray to win the lotto, but if you never play it, you will never win it. So everything is about action. Yes, if I want to be with somebody, I must first talk to that one and introduce myself. Yeah, you gotta start there. Also, the reality is action is meant to be taken by the masculine. The action is a masculine state. So if masculine is interested in feminine, yes, the masculine has to take action towards the feminine to express that in whatever form that is. Um, because in order for the balance to come into play, before masculine can be safe in the soft, surrendered space of feminine, masculine has to offer that safe space to feminine, which is um, by showing vulnerability, by showing, hey, I'm vulnerable, by saying, I like you, I'm into you, I want to protect you, I want to hold this space for you. And feminine's going to be like, wow, that vulnerability makes me feel safe because I know there's nothing hidden, and I know there's nothing, I know that this person wants to protect their connection and not their ego, right? So, yeah, baby steps. But yes, action is definitely Action is definitely, um, more of a masculine thing. God of War. You know what I was picking up on before? Um, I don't know who this person is, but I think they need to just go away because they're just talking shit on somebody. Um, you're very welcome. Palindrome. Oh, is this what he was saying? I just deleted it. I just saw like the first two messages were just talking. I thought he was talking shit on somebody else. He was like, "Old man talking shit." Once I see more than two derogatory statements, I just like block that person from being able to talk in the chat. So all the rest of their messages that they keep seeing, I can't see them anymore. They're already deleted. They're already blocked. And I love how everybody's like, "You're negative, beat it." I can't see any of his messages. I can only see you guys's. Um, yeah, whoever that was, they were super negative and they don't need to be here. Fuck them. Um, you're probably right. Not many men past 33. I don't know. I don't know what you guys are talking about. But you guys are fucking funny. Anyways, I like you guys for protecting me. So as always, if you guys are new here, I am Zoe or Sophia or Zoe, and I appreciate all of your likes, comments, shares, subscribes. I appreciate if you guys want to contribute to my PayPal down below. You help me to create more content and well to keep this channel going and also, I'm working to try to get a new device so I don't have all these other problems with these devices so I can do better. So we have better mics and better cameras and better everything for you guys. So anyways, I just want to say thank you guys for all your constant love and support. Thank yourself for giving yourself the time and the space to rest and digest everything what is going on and to be blessed and to be grateful in that process. As always, remember that if you are doing the work, I am proud of you. You got this. Keep going. You are worthy. In case nobody told you, you're amazing. You're awesome. You're beautiful. You matter. You're important. And I love you. And as always, fuck the patriarchy, matriarchy, meow. Let's get back to a better system of taking care for each other and coming together in community and like yeah having more people show up and feel this love and this light and this energy from the divine and go about their day spreading that. Look, it gives me so many goosebumps. I would show you guys, but I can't let go of this cord. I have to put the phone down and upload the video. So anyways, guys, I really appreciate all of your love and tune back in. Big love as always. Ciao for meow. So out.